Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. Thank y'all for always tuning in and just supporting the podcast. Today we're just gonna do like life updates, and if y'all, hey Lexi, I didn't even give y'all a little intro, but hey Lexi.
Oh yeah, you ready?
We're a little distracted, but yeah, there's been so many changes, and we're so excited, and so yeah,
We're excited too. It's such a blessing.
Oh yeah.
God,
We
so
got a lot
good.
to talk about today.
and that's the thing I did want to talk about. It's like the unpopular like beliefs and myths, because Culyn made the decision to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yes.
And in today's culture, it's like, you think that's smart, but it's like, I think you made a video and everybody have been raised before us to work their whole lives, then retire.
Yeah.
And it's like, God didn't create life like that. Like,
Nope.
He didn't create you to be old at 60 and then live your life. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Exactly. Biggest thing for us is that we're not so focused. Our number one thing is not money. Like, a lot of people make it seem that way. Oh, you got to work for money and that's. No, like, God blesses in so many other ways for us. Like, He always provides, the biggest provider. So it's like, I don't have a job, but I'm still working.
Yeah.
Is what people don't really see is I'm still working and I'm providing for my family. Instead of providing work and money in that way, I'm providing spiritually for my family. It's the most important thing for me.
Yeah,
Most important.
because the biggest thing with the whole situation of him becoming a stay-at-home dad was because it was always work, and it came to a sense where he was worshiping work. Like, he didn't even have time for God. Like, he would bring his Bible most of the time, but his Bible stayed like in his truck 24/7. Like, he didn't have time to just like be with God. He didn't just have time to like be with us or anything.
Right.
So it came to a point where we had to make a decision and just ask ourselves like, what was more important? Like, he was missing all the moments and stuff. Like, Koa is already 2 months.
She's so big.
And the
I
first
can't miss out on that.
yes, the first month of her life, like, he was never there. Like,
Yeah.
It was
he'd
rough.
yes, he'd
rough.
get home, go to sleep, we'd already be sleeping, then wake up before we woke up, and he'd be going again. So it's like, do we really want to keep that sacrifice? Like, as our kids get older, they're only little for so long. So it's like, is work really more that important that, they can replace them like that? And the checks, that's just another story. But I mean, like, it's like, it wasn't worth it
Yeah.
for
I
our
was
family
missing
in
out.
any way.
Yeah, I was missing out on my family and missing out on myself too, because like she said, my Bible stayed in my truck when I was home. Guess what? It was still in the truck.
Yeah.
I lost complete control of my Bible. Now that I'm home, I'm in my Bible every morning, every night before I go to sleep. I'm worshiping God so much more. And it's like, no, work's not an excuse all the time.
Yeah.
But for me, I worked 5 o'clock
Oh, yeah.
most of the days.
I know.
5 o'clock in
So
the
like
morning
9
to
o'clock
9
at
o'clock,
night.
Yeah.
11 o'clock at night some
That's
nights.
And
crazy.
then, like, it came to me as well because, like, I was suffering.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you know me, like, I literally always wanted to be a mom. I'm basically meant to be a mom. I truly think that's the vocation called over my life, being a wife and a mom. Of course, I'm other things outside of that, but those are, like, the main things that, like, God has called me to and I, like, really excel at.
Yeah.
So, like, even me, I started to question, like, do I really want more kids? And I was like, Culyn, like, that is not okay because
We should never be.
yes,
Yeah.
like, I want a big old family. And I'm like, I was just struggling so bad, like, with my mental health. I mean, I stayed prayed up and everything, but it's like I was crying most days. I'm like, Culyn, I just need you to come home. Like, and he's like, you need me to come home right now? And he'd be asking them, like, hey, my wife needs me. Like, can I go home? And then they'd be like, no, like, can she just wait?
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Exactly, especially because the job I was doing, which HVAC,
It's very
and it's
demanding.
like if
Yeah.
I'm starting on a job, you pretty much have to finish a job. You can't just leave somebody without AC most of the time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, and it's just so busy, especially in the summer, like never home.
Yeah.
She was
Right.
literally doing morning routines, night routines,
All by myself.
everything by herself.
It essentially was like I was a single mom,
Correct.
and I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While still working at that
9
point.
months pregnant. I remember. I'm like,
Like, I'm out there cutting grass and stuff, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be living a
Dude.
soft life
Yeah.
here.
Yes,
Like,
I would get home all the time and like, I'm so angry with you. Why are you out there cutting grass at 9 months pregnant? Like, I'm gonna find the time to do it. It might take a while, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna still get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, he
eventually.
would even like neglect like his self care and stuff. Like, he couldn't keep up with his haircuts and stuff. Like, y'all seen him? Like, he's out here like not that you look,
No, but
he's
it's
always
true.
yeah.
fine.
It's like
but
and he was working like 20 2 hours out of 24 a day. I remember
and
that.
then we get like 2 hours of sleep and then go back and do it again.
Yeah.
And of course, like, I'm not knocking anyone who has to do that for their family.
Yeah.
We lived in the season, but it was just a suffering time for us, and we prayed on it over and over again. I was on my hands and knees crying to God like so many times, because I'm like, there's no way this is what's meant to be for our family.
Exactly.
And lo and behold, like, he made a way. I think our breaking point was him getting called into work on a Sunday night. And if you know us, Sundays are for our family. Like, we don't really do anything with anybody else. Like, we just put it for our family. It's really our designated time. It was so cute. So yeah, he got called in on a Sunday night, and God calls you to rest on Sundays anyway.
Yeah.
So we weren't really honoring our Sabbath if he's going to work on a Sunday. We're like, we don't work on a Sunday. He went to work. He got back home. He's like, I'm going to just do this one more job. And we talked about it for about 2 or 3 hours, I want to say.
It was crazy. Like, we was crying. We was doing all kind of emotions.
We were nervous. We were scared because, of course, like, I'm gonna just be completely real here. I make more than enough to support our family. But it's like, God calls you to work, so...
Yeah.
Are we making the right decision? Is God really in this? Like, it was a lot of prayer on it, just making sure we were making the right decision. And we just looked at each other and we're like, it'll most likely benefit us in the future. Number 2, he's most likely, well, it's evident that he's going to quit by the next summer. So we were like, why wait and keep suffering until next summer?
Yeah.
And then, well, I lost my train of thought. What was the last reason?
There's so many reasons.
But I also think that what most people don't understand is, like, they expect you to, like, have, like, it all figured out, but that's not faith. Faith is, like, what we cannot see. So if you say you believe in God and God's, like, the only way, like, to me is through faith. You know what I mean? Like, you can never fully see God's plan. So if y'all were to rate until y'all saw A through Z to be like, okay, yeah, we got this, then that's not faith.
No.
Exactly.
And so it's like most people want you to live in, like, I mean, yeah, there's one thing being realistic, but then, like, we know the God we serve.
Right.
And so if it's like, if I can realistically do this, but I'm worried about the future, then that's not faith. You know what I mean?
Like, he wouldn't have put that on our hearts from, because this was talked about months before I even quit.
Yeah.
But it's like, I didn't want to give up because we were scared.
Yeah.
But the voice was always there. God was always speaking to us, because we knew his plan for us was not that. It was for a season.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I growth. Like,
like, that job built him up, like, in so many ways. Like, the, like, real, like, manliness, like, came out of him.
Sure.
Like, he learned so much. Like, my honey-do list is, like, so long, and I know he can do it. Like, he's in our house, like, building stuff. Like, it just made him so much better. And I think that was God's intention with that. Because, like I said, the decision didn't come so easily, like, okay, hey, like, just quit your job.
No.
We prayed on it. We thought about it over and over again. And we're like, look, you're going to quit by next summer. That was the other reason. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have mom brain. So he, I just lost it again. Oh, my goodness. Babe.
I don't know. I mean, I can't think either right now.
Just go.
Yeah,
if I get, I'll think about it again.
No, but it was definitely a battle. For sure, like, the whole summer, it was just up and down. Like, I would always go home and, like,
that's what it was. I'm so sorry.
Go.
Okay, so part-time. We were saying that he would ask if he can go part-time first. Like, that was another compromise we were trying to make, like, fighting it, like, fighting the decision, like, hey, God, like, we're not ready for this. Like, there's no way you really want us to do this. Like, should we save a little more before making a decision like this? Like, okay, maybe he can go part-time just to make sure we'll be okay. And then we kind of just got to a point where it was like, okay, ask if you can go part-time. Yeah. Let's just go to, like, your 40 hours a week, like, and that's it. If they can do that, then it's meant for you to continue with this job. Yeah. If they say they can't, that's our answer.
That's our answer. That's God giving me my answer. An hour after, no, not even. 10 minutes after I asked, got my answer.
Yep.
And I quit.
Oh, wow. Part-time is 40 hours is crazy.
Well, that's not even part-time.
No, that's
that was part-time to us because it's like...
Yeah,
because
it's
I
better
was working
than
70, 80 hours.
That is crazy. And, like, my thing is... So, and that's, like, shows that y'all don't let money have that control over you. Because if we're being realistic, you're doing all this for, like, I'm not knocking anyone that does, but you're doing all this for $17 an hour. Like, you're missing your children's life for $17 an hour.
That was my last point. I'm going to be completely real with you. I probably still have the text messages in my phone, actually.
Yeah.
And I told Culyn, I'm like, well, babe, I make this. And I was comparing it. I'm like, I make this. And you go to work, because he sent me pictures. He was in the attic with rats and stuff.
Oh,
like,
wow.
It was stank in that attic and everything.
I kill myself some days.
Oh, my. And I'm like, okay, you do this. And think about it. They're only paying you $17 in 1 hour to do this.
Yeah.
And I'll do this in 20 minutes. And...
Right. It just wasn't adding up.
Yeah.
It wasn't making sense.
Just for you to work?
Yeah.
And
just
that was
for
God
us to
throwing us all the signs.
Just for us to like prove a point and live in the standard that everybody wants us to live in. Like, and it's not working for our family. Let's continue to suffer because that's the normal.
Yeah.
Well, I was also reminded to like, no. God calls us not to be normal. God calls us to be set apart.
Yeah.
We're not to live in the world and do what everybody wants us to do. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, of course, it's not going to work for us. And I was just like, you know what? Prayed about it. We were literally in her nursery on the floor, like pitch black. I mean, there was like her little hatch light on, and we were just talking about it, and we're just like trying to compromise. And we just were reminded, like, if God is in it, he's not going to give us all these doubts and fears. Like, if he's calling us to it, clearly it keeps coming up over and over again. And that's where we reach the basis where we're just like, if he can't do part-time, then let's move on.
Yeah.
And we have already been rewarded in so many ways for our decision. It's just like...
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
Yes.
Like, whenever you walk with God and you're obedient, and you answer his calls without letting the enemy come in or any of the doubts or the world to come in and not influence you, I mean, he just does it. It's so rewarding. Now he's home. He's here to help. We both can work from home, even if that's not what work looks like for your man or
the normal
or men
in general.
and
people don't understand we live in a whole different society now. Like everything's different. Social media is everything now. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So,
but I feel like that doesn't take away from his manliness in any ways.
No.
Either way it goes. Like, they're like, oh, well, God calls you to provide. Well, he's providing spiritually now. Like, he's able to provide in ways that he couldn't before.
Yeah.
It's not all about money and a check, because guess what? He can take us to heaven, but can he take that money to heaven?
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
like, materials aren't going to heaven.
And I know for my mom, like, because now my mom, she owns a multimillionaire business. And I know when she first started, she started Cachet Real Estate, which is like her brokerage. Even people of the church, they're like, yeah, Terica, like, why would you ever do that? Like, why would you because for a season, you're going to suffer because, you got to do it. They're like, why would you ever put your family through that? And she's like, no, but I know what God calls me to do. Like, she don't have any agents. She didn't have anything. Yeah. And then a year later, she has 24 agents, top producing brokerage in Louisiana. And so, and she retired my dad, and she went through the same thing. Like, people were like, he needs to work, Terica, like all these things. Now he brought us to school every single morning. And it's like, those are like the vivid memories. And to man, it's like, he's supposed to be, like, because I would never see my dad, like, when I was very little, like, because he was working overnight trying to provide. And my mom was like, oh, no, like, I need him to, like, help me with these kids. Right. And because at the time, she had 4 kids all by herself. I was like, yeah. And now it's like, just to, like, see, like, he's your helpmate. Like, he's not his job's helpmate. Yep. He's your helpmate. So it's one thing if you're like, you got older kids and he wants to, okay. But you were obviously struggling. Like, I couldn't imagine being pregnant and taking care of a 1-year-old.
Let me tell you, like, the pregnancy, at the end of it, I told Culyn, I was like, next pregnancy, like, I really want to enjoy it, like, to the fullest. Because, of course, we had our good moments and stuff whenever he was home. Like, he still took care of me whenever he could. But work definitely interfered with that, and I was suffering. So then I had the baby, and for the first week, like, God was on my side for sure. I was happy. It was perfect. Like, I could do it. But then that second week hit, and, like, I'm like, I don't like this. Yeah. Like, this is not how it's supposed to be. I know this is not how God intended to be. Yeah. And another thing is, like, our marriage started to suffer, too, because, like, we started to be in a roommate phase because it's like, I didn't have time to text him or anything during the day because I'm taking care of 2 babies. He's working. Whenever he gets home, I'm knocked out because I didn't have
the worst part.
And he goes to sleep too. Like, he's tired as heck.
Get home and my girls are sleeping. It breaks my heart because like I just went the whole day without really talking to anyone. Or like my girls, and I get home and y'all sleeping. It's like, wow, that was really the changing point for me. Is when I started to get home and I seen that. It's like, I need to be here more. I need to be here, spend more time with my family.
Yeah, and it started to weigh on him too because like even his mental health was starting to like decline as well because he was feeling like not necessarily depressed because I won't call depression over his life, but it was more to a sense of like, dang, like this is my life. Like I gotta go to work today. Like, but he would still do it. He would do it with his chin up. Like he'd still go, and he wouldn't complain much either. But it was still to a point where it's like, bro, like I want to be home. You know, like
it started me like have a negative outlook on work too. Like I didn't want to wake up. I was like, dude, let me just stay in bed with my wife. Like we haven't
and I would tell him to
weeks together.
Just sleeping.
Yes, I would be like, stay home with me. Like he'd be like, and then he would feel like, you know, he had a commitment. Like that's kind of how our family is. Well, that's how we are. If we have a commitment, then we're gonna follow through with it. You know, like we're gonna go where we agreed to go.
You know, especially like biggest thing for me is like I'm helping others at this job because I'm helping them with their AC and stuff. Biggest thing for me, I'm not about to let any human down. Like I'm gonna whatever it takes. If I gotta wake up at 4:00 and I just went to sleep at 2, I'm gonna do that because I want to make sure everyone in this world is taken care of. Honestly.
And then like I feel like also another thing was like I feel like whenever like I feel like it was like the person you were working for, like the company, because I feel like whenever it's like a God-fearing company or something, like they know God, they will understand that. Like they would be like, oh no, like let's not have you. Your wife is 9 months pregnant. She just had a baby. Or like let's be more understanding to this worker. You're not lazy. You work every other time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And like you would think too, like hey, like Culyn's putting in all this work. Like it's fine. Like go home to your family, but no, like. It wouldn't be like that.
Finish
now, don't
the
get me...
job.
Yes, all the time. Don't get me wrong. He worked for an amazing company. Like, they were amazing. They were good people.
Sure.
You know, we love them. But at the same time, it was, like, that did come up in my head. Like, Culyn, we just had a baby. You're already going back to work.
Like,
I think it's just because the season we was in, especially with the company... It
was the summer, and
it was
they
the summer.
him.
It was so busy, and they needed me.
Well, then hire more people or pay me more.
Right.
I mean, you don't need me that bad.
They would, like, raise him up, but it would be, like, a little by little.
50 cents.
Yeah, well, $1, but still. It was just, like, all this for an hour of your time for this amount of money, and you don't have to work. Like, we're good with just me. And then we... really got good with just me after we made the decision. It's like
it's crazy.
Literally.
Come on, guys.
And like I feel like most people think is like because I look at people now. I'm like I'm 20, and what I want to do is travel my whole life. I look at people who work 11 months out of the year, and they're like, yeah, I'll take one vacation a year because I have work.
No,
like the generation is so crazy how it's like shifting.
Yes.
I was telling my mom yesterday. I could not imagine working my whole life.
No.
I would be so miserable.
And I'm going to be real. That's what I've seen. Like, okay, if you know, I was raised by my grandma. And my grandma missed out on so much. And I wanted her there for so much. But she'd always say, I have to go to work. Like, I can't take off. Like, I'm sorry, like, I gotta work and stuff like that. Like, she couldn't come to my basketball games. I can't tell you how many awards I received. And it was always like, dang, like, I don't have anybody here for me. And it's like, that still is a part of me that I had to heal from. And, like, I want my children to have both of us at those award shows, at those basketball games, at every event. I don't care if she's baking a cookie in class, like decorating a cookie in class or something. Like, we'll be there, like muffins with mom, like donuts with dad, whatever it is. Like, we're going to be there. And I don't want us to have to, like, okay, we got to go clock back in, like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want any of that.
Like, we only can go on lunch, so we only got, like, an hour, and then we got to rush out here. No.
Right. Like, I don't want anybody else, like, taking control over the time that we have. You know? It's not.
And in the Bible, God says, like, this is the land of milk and honey. You know what I mean? And so, like, God didn't create yes, there are people that are working, like doing these things like with a passion. You're going to know if you're meant to do something.
Right.
Like some nurses, they love their jobs. They love working 40, whatever they work.
And that could be like, the calling.
Their
and
calling,
the vocation
exactly.
over their life.
And I know so many
different.
nurses that like, even like my doctor when I was in the hospital, she's like, I love my job. Like she loves healing people. I'm like, that's amazing.
And see, that's the thing too, though. Like, we're called to something else, and though people might not think it's a job, it's definitely a job. Like, people don't see the hours that I'm putting in behind what you're watching. You're watching it for a minute, but hey, I sat down and worked on that for 3 hours, then took care of my children, and still didn't have my husband at home. And it's like, hey, hello, like.
And that's not just 3 hours, because you would do 3 hours, 4 hours on video.
Right.
You was doing 2-3 videos a day.
Right.
Trying at least.
But what made that easier too is that's what I love.
Yeah.
Like, I love, seeing the end result and just posting and stuff. Like, if you know me as well, in high school, I actually used to get bullied for that, where it's like, oh, you post too much.
And now look at you.
Yes, right? Like, come on. And I would always tell him, like, I want to be like
motivated,
an influencer one day.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
And I can say like that is like a testimony of like consistency.
Oh, yeah.
One, because that is like, I feel like that's a lot of people's issues too with social media, is that like they're scared. They're like, I don't want everyone in my life. And one big thing God has been speaking to me on is like, so do you want all the Christians to come off social media? Is that what you're saying? Because then it would be darkness. So what is wrong with someone posting good, light content, on social media? And so it's like you're being a light in a dark place, and people look at your life and they're like, oh my gosh, like I want to marry and have kids But when they look at other influencers who are like, I can do this by myself, then what are they thinking?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like that.
And that's our main goal too with our social media, is just to be used to bring people to Jesus.
Yeah.
I pray every night. I'm like, God, if you I'm like, God, if you continue to increase my platform or anything, just let people view my page and leave it with a lighthearted and yearn to like be with you, grow with you, and to know you.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to look at us and see Jesus. Like, I want them to see the light. I pray it over my children 24/7 to, like, they are daughters of the King. Like, let them be raised up in your kingdom and just to be used, as true disciples of Christ. Like, I just pray that that's what everybody gets from us. And it's even to a point where, like, we are noticed in public a lot, and that's what we've been praying on too. Like, God, just give us the right words.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's come and talk to us and, like, they've been dealing with something or anything, like, help us, like, pray for them and, bring that up to where it's a safe environment that they feel like, I can tell Lexx Co this and, like, hey, can you pray for me about this? Or, like, or we just pick up on it and it's like, hey, like, let's pray with you. Like, we've definitely been praying about that because we meet so many people, and so many people are like, hey, like, I watch you on TikTok and stuff. And it's like, oh, like, thank you. Like, and then, like, we're kind of just reaching to a point where it's like, okay, well, it's nice meeting you.
Yeah,
like, we just don't really know what to say much. Yeah. But we want to say more. We want to sit there and have a whole conversation. Like, we want to be that light in everybody's life. Like, whether you see it online or you see us in person, like, that's our number one goal.
Yeah, that's good. And so, I guess, like, what would be, like, I guess, to you, Culyn, what would be, like, your encouragement to, like, that person or, like, that dad who's, like, I work, like, during that season, what would you have liked to hear, like, to that person?
While working so much and, like, just to say they're a dad and they have kids and they want to be home
and they
more,
have to do this.
You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing for me is whenever God spoke to me, I heard his voice and he was telling me, Culyn, you don't have to work like this. Like, he was telling me, like, or I was telling myself basically, like, I can work less. So I was thinking about going get a part-time job, working part-time with them. Whatever the case may be, to just spend more time with your family is most important. I wouldn't focus so much on the money, especially if your faith is very strong in God. As long as you have faith, God will provide. And always provide. And we noticed this years ago. It's like we can be down to our lowest, boom, God provided. It's so amazing. You just got to keep your faith strong, keep on, stay in your Bible, read his word, spread his love to everybody that you can, and he'll provide.
Yeah. That's so good. And I want to say, like, I feel like God has to be able to trust you. Like, God trusted y'all with the little to where he was able to bless you.
Girl, that was just on my heart too. So he's definitely like want us to talk about that. Yeah. That's so crazy. Trusting us with the little before he gave us a lot, like 100%. Because we were just talking about that the other day too. Like before we had Culyn, well, whenever I got pregnant with Culyn, we were in an apartment and we didn't care. Like we made the best of it. Then we 100%. Went to our duplex, where like it was a house, but we were right connected to somebody. But that was a blessing in itself for us. That was a huge blessing. We made the most of that. Like that was like still a dream come true for me. Like we're humble, And then there was an upgrade again after we had Culyn. Like our house like flooded in and everything. We made the most of it. Like people don't see the sacrifices and what we've made of nothing, basically. Right. Yeah. And everybody always tries to give it a reason or, like, try to take it away from us, everything that, we've done or, like, what God has given us and blessed us with or what our obedience and our faith have led to. Yeah. Like, they try to throw it in, like, it was a big thing. Like, his parents are helping us. Like, no. Yeah. No. Oh, they got to be getting it from somewhere. Like, somebody's helping them. No. Yeah. God's helping us. Like, that's it. Yeah. I mean, we don't get any of the golden spoons or anything. Like, we literally are building from the ground up, and it's literally just off of faith, prayer, suffering, sacrifice. Like, there's so many stories we can tell, but we have come so far. Everyone always says, like, y'all are so young, but you're filled with so much wisdom and faith and everything. But that's because there's a difference between believing God and following God. Yeah. And we have learned the fine line between it. There's a difference between walking the path of the world and walking in the narrow path. Exactly. And we're on that narrow path, and no, it isn't easy at all. It's actually really hard, but our family's going to do the hard things, and we want to teach others to do those hard things so you can bear the fruit over your life and what he's calling over your life, and to truly like live out that plan that he has for your life.
And I can say, like, y'all are like a testimony of like, that's like, people are like, yeah, there's no way they did that by themselves. Like, but that's a testimony of like what man can do and what God can do. Because I remember when I first met you in January, I think you was telling me this on the podcast, like, we're like, or you weren't telling me this it was after the podcast, like 3 months later, that's when y'all got y'all's house. And 3 months, you got it. That's
working quick.
God's math, like only God, you know what I mean? And then a year later, January makes a year, completely different season. And so that's just a testimony of what God can do. And so many people look at it, and they look at it in like their human strength, their man strength. Like there's no way that
they
can
don't
happen.
Fully surrender it all to God. And that's what I mean. Like there's a difference, like you can say, hey, like, I'm giving it to God. Like, I believe in God and everything. Why he's not doing that for me? Yeah. But there's a difference whenever you fully are intentional with it. You fully surrender because, hey, guess what? God knows your heart. Yeah. Like, he knows. It's not just a show that you can put on, because we get that a lot too. Oh, it's just a show. They're just pretending for camera. Oh, Culyn looks forced. Like, he doesn't enjoy his life. Like, they not really in love. Like, what? Yeah, I love this man down. Yeah. Like, let me tell you, like, this is truly like a covenant that we enjoy. Yeah. Like, we want to continue to build and grow, and like, it's healthy.
This is forever.
It's ordained.
Obviously, I mean, God brought y'all back together. I mean,
exactly.
What they want y'all to do, film y'all, like, of course, every couple.
Our arguments.
Yeah,
and stuff,
like no, you don't get that, and I think that's a whole nother conversation. People think they get your full. You see a minute and 30 seconds of my life.
It's a highlight reel, and that's what it's meant to be. Like, I'm showing you the good moments and everything. I can tell you about the bad moments through like our testimonies and stuff to encourage you. But am I gonna video that?
Yeah, because then you video that. They're like, well, then you post.
Right. Then y'all are judging me even more, because then it's going to be something on how I'm arguing and stuff. And like, oh, like everything has to be about her. She's so selfish. That's another conversation too. Like everything that he sacrificed and stuff, and that he makes everything about us. But guess what? That's what God calls him to do. Yeah. I'm supposed to be his helpmate. I'm supposed to be, just his helper, like I'm connected to him. I'm his rib.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't see how much she does for me.
I mean, she
Like,
taking the kids.
Exactly.
Carried
And
9.
like she took over. She the one that pushed me to give my heart to Christ too.
Yeah.
Is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I'm at today, so I owe my life to her basically.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh.
You don't, babe. Stop.
That's how
but
I
I love
feel.
you.
Yes. Well, this was such a good episode, y'all, and this was such a good conversation, like a messy conversation,
Yeah.
because I feel like people are ashamed or embarrassed to have these conversations.
We're not.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally like faith without works is dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so everything you do, it's not for y'all to understand. Like audience of one, it's God's approval, not y'all's. And so, yeah, we just hope y'all are encouraged by this episode.
yeah.
And if God's just leading you to take a step of obedience, be obedient.
We'll always be real with y'all. That's just one thing about us. Like, what may be tea for you is testimony for us, and we're proud of it. We're proud of everything we went through. Like, you can literally bring anything up and be like, oh, like, but y'all did this or something like that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, where we are now and what God has done for us now, like, that's the most important. And, yeah. So,
really
so glad we got to have this conversation.
Bye, guys.
Bye.